Hello, RotoGrinders. Here to break down a Week 5 lineup for you. We're going to be analyzing my Thursday cash game lineup over on DraftKings. So let's not waste any time. Let's dive in. All right, starting at quarterback here, we got Philip Rivers at 6,200. Pittsburgh's defense has been pretty average on the season. They've actually been stout the last 2 weeks, but the reason why we wanted to go Rivers here was their offense has been very one-dimensional. There's a great litmus test last week for their run game, and they totally failed. They were not effective at all versus the lowly Cleveland Browns. So they've been leaning heavily on Rivers' arm here, and they've been actually utilizing a lot of quick passes and screens to the running back. So really good for all the Woodhead and Gordon owners. The running back's got 12 catches out of 16 targets. So we can look at Rivers' stats here: 365 pass yards, 2 passing touchdowns, both to Antonio Gates. So he's loving Gates back. And we get that 300-yard bonus. So return 4X here. We're loving that. Moving on to Jamal Charles. Feel awful here about his injury. I hope this isn't the end of his career, but it is his second ACL tear. So there is a chance that, this might be the last we see of Jamal Charles. I don't really want to get into the reasons why I picked him. It's pretty obvious he had great value versus a Chicago average defense at best. Moving on to Dion Lewis. So a little trivia here between Dion Lewis and Julian Edelman. One saw 11 targets, one saw 5. Guess who? That would be Dion Lewis that got the 11 targets. So pretty awesome that they're lining him up at wide receiver quite a bit. We love that in PPR formats such as DraftKings here. So this is just going to be a player I'm going to have to put in my lineup all the time if his price is under 7K. He looked really electric, speed and agility, and there was a 10-yard touchdown catch where, he utilized everything there. He utilized his speed and his power. Probably 4 guys that had the angle or a chance to tackle him, and he went right through them. So just notice that LeGarrette outcarried him 13-6. Just look at LeGarrette Blount more as a closer in baseball. He's going to come in when the games are kind of out of hand or it's a 2-score game. I can blame that just mainly on ball security issues for Dion Lewis in the first few weeks. So just cheer for, if you're rostering him, cheer for the game to be close where you're getting 4 quarters of usage on him. So, and then Julian Edelman. So I had to decide, do I want Julian Edelman or Gronkowski in most of my lineups? And I sided with Julian Edelman in every single cash game. His last 10 games, he's at least had 10 targets. Now, we didn't get 10 targets here. We got 5. But we'll take the end result. 4 catches, 120 yards. We get that bonus. And he found the end zone here. So, loving that. And moving on to DeAndre Hopkins. Man, what a beast again. 14 targets. That actually lowered his seasonal average, which is crazy. But 11 catches, 169 yards. Got that 100-yard bonus again. Pencil this guy in your lineup every week at 7K. The amount of targets he's getting and catches, this guy is a must in cash game formats. And then Willie Snead, my favorite play here. This guy needed to be in a lot of lineups at 3K. He's been showing a lot of wide receiver 1 type of stats lately. He's been getting the targets. He's been getting the catches. He actually out-targeted Brandon Cooks here 11-9 and out-caught him 6-5. He didn't see the end zone like Brandon Cooks did, but for min salary, we'll take those 6 catches for 141 yards. So we got that yardage bonus again. And then Owen Daniels. I got goose-egged. Got snake bit here. Targeting Owen Daniels, that Raiders defense has been terrible against the tight ends. You guys know that, I'm sure. But let's see where this went wrong. Blame it on a few things here. Number 1, Peyton Manning's arm. Man, it's the worst in the league. He just can't make certain throws, and if he does try to make those throws, there's a good chance that it's going to get picked off. It's just, I feel bad. I feel bad, man. He used to be one of the best quarterbacks, but he's just not. He's not there anymore with the talent. And the lack of run game. They're getting shut down on the run game. So the Manning to Owen Daniels, it needs the play action pass to be effective, and it's just not there. The run game has been just plodding around along with like 2 to 3 yards per carry. So yeah, just that combo is not going to be effective moving forward. And then thirdly, they're just too old. I mean, the age has caught up with them. So they're, it's just look somewhere else instead of Owen Daniels. He's got too many things against him moving forward. But speaking of age, shout out to my boy Chuck Woodson. Got a couple picks here. Love that. He's leading the league with 4 interceptions now, and he's at the ripe age of 39, just like Manning. So love that. All right, moving on to Le'Veon Bell in the flex. Love this play. This was not only a strategy play, but I liked him as the best overall play for the week. San Diego is 31st against the running back spot coming into the game. And Le'Veon's usage has really increased since the Roethlisberger injury. So with Roethlisberger being hurt, they've been just given a lot more looks towards his way percentage-wise. His touchdown equity goes down, which sucks. But in a cash game, we like the amount of usage in the offense. So, and strategy-wise, I liked having the hammer in the flex this week. It allowed me to make pivots to Keenan Allen in heads-up games or 3-man games where I was boxed out. So, love that going into Monday night situations. And then moving on to Chiefs defense, them at home versus a Chicago offense that has been sputtering and been turnover prone. Love that. They got most of their points on one play. It was a sack, defensive fumble, and a touchdown in the end zone. So, but you'll see me buy a piece of them every week that they're at home. Their home versus away splits has been just awesome the last few years at Arrowhead. So, looking at the lineup overall, a total of 173 DK points. Love that. We had 2 misses here with Jamal Charles and Owen Daniels, but hit basically everywhere else. We got a lot of the yardage bonuses, especially at the wide receiver and quarterback spots. So love that. And this cash game was about in the top 10th percentile to the top 15th percentile, so it returned a lot of cash. So pretty happy about that. And hope everything went well with you guys in week 5. If not, there's always next week. That's the great thing about DFS. So signing off here.